Good morning, bookish friends on the internet. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name's Drew, and we're gonna have a short little intro. I won't be doing my February new releases in my TBR because if you can see right there, I have multiple stacks of books to read this month. Some of them I got sent to me to read for review. Some of them I bought last month and am very excited to read. January was a great reading month. I still have a few days left. It is what? January 28th. So I have 3 days left of January. So I still have time to squeeze in a few books. So far in January, I've read 12 books. So that's really amazing. We're kicking off the new year with 12 books, which yay. There's so many readathons happening in February. I have one of them on my computer. I have others on my laptop here. And so I'm just very excited. So if you see me looking over here when I talk about Readathon, it's because I have my laptop. Anyways, let's just get started. I have a lot of books I want to read in February. Some of these I don't have to read. Some of these I want to read. I want to read at least 10 of these books that I'm going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get started and see what I'm planning on reading. So the first book I want to read is a short book, and it was a new release from last month, and it is a book that would have worked for my buzzword for January, but I haven't had time to read it yet, and that is Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna McGuire. This is the 7th installment of the Wayward Children series, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in this one. I don't know much about this one, to be honest, and I don't want to say what the summary is, just in case some of those who haven't caught up on this series, but it's super short. I feel like I can read this in a day or so, so this is the first book on my February TBR. Call me ambitious already. Next book I am currently reading, and that is Satanic by Brandon Sanderson. I'm so excited for this one. This one was on my January TBR, and I am reading it now, so I'm pre-filming this for you guys. It is January 28th, and like I said, I have a few days left of January, so definitely want to get a good chunk of this read tonight, because I did started this last night, and I got to chapter 3, and I'm really enjoying it so far, so I cannot wait to see what happens in this one, and I hope Brandon Sanderson doesn't make me cry like he did in the Mistborn series. Next book is an art that I got from Penguin Teen that I need to read and review for you guys, and that is Kiss and Tell by Adi Corman. I'm so sorry if I butchered this. This is a YA contemporary that has LGBT characters in it. It says Hunter never expected to be a boy band star, but well, here he is. Now his band Kiss and Tell is on the first major North American tour, and everything is bigger than Hunter could have imagined. And the tagline on here says, "Nobody can tell you how to be queer in the spotlight," which I just love that. This comes out March 22nd, 2022, so I definitely want to read it. And also there's a little theme to my February TBR. If you can catch it in the video, let me know down in the comments what my theme is. But this one, if I don't read it in February, I can definitely read it in March, because like I said, it won't come out till March 22nd. Thank you so much, Penguin Teen, for sending me this arc to review. Next book I have is another book I need to read and review in February, and that is The Temperature of Me and You by Brian Sebeka. This is a YA contemporary with LGBT characters in it as well. This can also work for Books and Lala's buzzword for pronouns, so we have me and you in the title, so that's really awesome. I have a stack of pronoun books in the stack that you just seen, so definitely wanting to read some of those. And this one I definitely am very excited for. It follows our main character named Dylan, who works at the Dairy Queen shifts every single day, and then one day he finds this like robotic boy in his store, and he's like too hot to handle, and it just sounds so cute, and I'm so ready to devour this, and I cannot wait to see what this has in store for me. Next book is a book that Disney from Disney Hyperion sent to me, and that is In Every Generation by Kendar Blake. I am very nervous for this because I have never seen a single Buffy episode, So I don't know if I will love this one. Last Buffy book I read, I gave it 3 stars, so I'm very anxious about this one. But my book review is the last day of January, so I'm definitely reading this one sooner than later. This one I just got recently. This one actually comes out in February. And I know I said I won't do like February new releases, but this one comes out February 9th, and that is Castles in Their Bones by Laura Sebastian. This is the first book in a new series by Laura Sebastian. She's the author of Ash Princess and Half Sick of Shadows, which I read Ash Princess, but I have not read Half Sick of Shadow yet, but I'm very excited to. But I'm definitely reading this one first, and I'm actually making a reading vlog at the moment for this book, so I'm very excited for that. Don't know much about it except it says, "You train for this, my doves. You know who to strike. You know where they are vulnerable." Like, hello. And it says, "Born to rule, raised to deceive." So this one doesn't come out till February 9th. So thank you so much to Penguin Random House for sending me a finished copy. I'm so excited for it. Next is a series I need to get caught up on. I need to get caught up on the High Republic series, so I need to read The Rising Storm. I need to read The Rising Storm first, and then I need to read Out of the Shadow, and then I need to read Crash to the Tower, and then the last, The Fallen Star, which is the newest one. I need to get caught up on this, and I cannot wait to read this one. And I'll be right back because I have to go and run errands, so I'll be right back. Hey bookish friends, I'm back with an outfit change. Sorry about that. I wasn't planning on running errands, but here we are. We ran errands. We're home now. So we are going to be back to filming, and I'm going to get this account up so I can... Anyways, I believe the last few books I was talking about was the Star Wars High Republic series. I definitely need to get caught up on the series because I just got an e-arc of the newest one. So I have The Rising Storm I need to read. I need to read Out of the Shadows. And then I need to read Race to the Crosspoint Tower. I also need to read the newest one, The Fallen Star. And then I just got the... I don't know where they went. The graphic novels for the High Republic. So I just need to read the High Republic graphic novel, volume 1. I'm very excited for this. I bought this at my local comic book store, so I definitely need to get caught up on that. And then next few books I'm reading for YA Buddy Read book group that me and my friend Sydney found on Goodreads. And these are all the options they have planned. So you can choose from Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, which I definitely want to get to. Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer, which I have and I'm very excited to get to. The Songs of Achilles by Madeline Miller. And then their other option is Our Violet Ends by Chloe Gong, which this is also going to be mentioned again because this is part of my Readathon TBR. Another arc I have is Loveless by Alice Oseman. This one was supposed to come out in November, but then it got pushed back to March. I don't remember when in March it comes out, but I definitely want to read it because I love Alice Oseman's writing. Let me move these out of my way. And then I definitely just finished Wings of Ebony, so I want to continue with Ashes of Gold. This is the second and final book in this duology. So if I read this next month, I'll complete another series. Our Queer Reads book club pick for the month of February is Love Somebody by Rachel Roensek. I'm so excited for this. My friend Charlie already read this, which no shock there, but she already read this and she said she gave it 5 stars, so I'm very excited to see what this one's all about. Then this one I'm buddy reading with my friend Sydney, and that is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. I'm very excited for this. This is set in like the 1950s and I love that era so much, and it has female relationship in here during the 1950s, so it's definitely queer. And I got this from Barnes & Noble recently, so I'll put it in my book haul at the end of the month. Next are some graphic novels I would like to read. I would like to read I Hate Fairyland Volume 2, and then Paper Girls Volume 1, and then I just went to the comic book store today and I just bought volume 2 of Paper Girls and volume 3 of Paper Girls, so I would love to reread the Paper Girls series. I also would love to reread this series. I have volume 1, I just forgot to grab it. So I have some graphic novels I would like to get to. Those I feel like are ones I can totally get to because obviously they're graphic novels. Next books I have are for the TBR Knockout that Melanie from Completely Melanie is hosting. So one of the challenges is to read a short book and to read a book on 250 pages. Any of my graphic novels I just showed you, or my Where Drowned Girls Go right here, that can work. And then another challenge is to read a short story collection. And so I have 2 of those. I have Black Boy Joy by Kimamabala. This is a finished copy that I bought. I had an e-arc of this from NetGalley for a while, and I just never got around to reading it, and I feel like February is the perfect month to read it in. And then another short story collection I have is the Cursed Carnival and Other Calamities by Rick Riordan and all these amazing authors. This is 9 short story, and I am very excited to read this. I do have the audiobook from Audible when I bought some credits recently. And then I don't have to read all of these for Buzzword, but these are just a few options I have on my shelf. So any of these books would be amazing. And again, Buzzword is hosted by Lala over at Books and Lala, and the buzzwords are pronouns, so me, you, them, she, they, whatever. So I have You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. Definitely want to try and get to it this month. I know for sure I'm going to read All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and Christine Lynn Herman. This is the first book in a duology. Book 2 comes out in August, and I know I'm buddy reading this with my friend Sydney. Then I have It All Comes Back to You by Farhana Rishi. Read her first book and absolutely loved it, so I'm very excited for this. Then I have The Darkness Outside of Us by Elliot Schaefer. I'm very excited for this. Male no romance. This one I hear makes people cry, and that's The Ghost We Keep by Mason Deaver. This one I definitely want to get to as well, just because it's on my 5-star prediction list, and I have a feeling I would love this one because I read I Wish You All the Best and absolutely loved it. So I cannot wait to read their new book, and it has the pronouns of we. So we love that. And then we also have We Free the Stars by Hafasa Valazier. This is the second and final book in the We Hunt the Flames duology. So again, if I do read it, it will be another series completed. Then next book I have are some books option for Readathon. So this book is going to be for a 3-word title, and that is One True King, because One True King. Obviously, hello, another series finale. Very excited to get to this. Next is for the title, or for the challenge of read a book with the title starting with F in it. That was very hard to explain, but that is For the Wolf, because obviously we have the word for. Very excited for this. This is a adult fantasy, Little Red Riding Hood retelling, I think. So we love that. And I know this was nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards. Then we have Buddy Read a Book. So I want to read The Midnight Library, which I have on my Kindle. And then they also are buddy reading The Love Hypothesis. And they also chose Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I don't have, but I've already read and loved. So I definitely want to read The Love Hypothesis and The Midnight Library. Then this one is to read a book towards one of your reading goals. And again, I want to try and get my 5-star prediction list down and completed. And so this one is also on it, She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. This one can also work for Buzzword because it has the word she in it. I meant to read this in January, but never have the chance to get to it yet, but I will be reading it next month. This next book I have for one of the TBR Tackle Challenge, and one of the challenges for that is to read a book by a Black author. I have so many choices, but this one I picked because my friend Sydney and I are buddy reading it, and that is A Blade So Black by Ella McHenry. Very excited for this. This is a first book in a series. I think it's a duology, but I could be wrong. But I know my friend Cindy and I want to buddy read this because we both have a copy of it. I knew that was gonna fall. Not the other stack. And then the other ones, these 4 books are for the TBR Tackle Challenge. One of the challenges is to reread a favorite, and that is Fire by Kirsten Cashore. Then we have to read a book. What is it? I don't even remember. Read a book by a Black author, Female Friendship, and then read a book with pink on the cover. I pick Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Cosby. This one is also Lala from Books and Lala's book club pick for the month of February, so I'm definitely very excited to partake in that, and I'm very excited to see what goes down in here and why a lot of people have been loving it lately, so I'm very happy for that. And then next challenge is Female Friendship, and that is Circe by Madeline Miller. I looked on Google and I was like, what books has female friendship in it? And according to the Goodreads list, this has a female friendship in it. Very excited for it. I have 2 Madeline Miller books on my list. Will I read them? I hope so. Then there's a readathon that Sam from Thoughts on Tomes is hosting. I think it's called Shiftathon, and that is gonna be February 16th through the 22nd, and it's hosted by Sam over at Thoughts on Tome and Matthew. I don't know Matthew personally, but I'll leave his stuff down below. I'm so sorry, I'm trying to grab all these books. But I'm kind of don't know if I should participate because none of these are like paranormal. But one of the prompts is to read a book with shifters other than werewolves in it, and so I picked Clockwork Angel because there's vampires and angels and demons, and then I also picked a Discovery of Witches. I definitely want to do my reread of this just so I can complete this reread and then maybe read this one. So I know this has witches in it, so we love that. And then we have a book, read a book with vampires in it. Anyway, The Wind Blows has vampires in it. And then we have read a book with a paranormal creature from religious. Examples are angels, demon, dinge, etc. Again, Clockwork Angel can work for that. We had a book that our prompt for read a book with fae or elves, and I picked A Quarter Silver Flame. This is also on my 5-star prediction list. And then what were these 2 for? A book with ghosts in it is Spinning Silver by Naomi Novak. Very nervous for this because not a lot of people love Naomi Novak. And then read a book with elves in it. I believe had These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. Got this in a book subscription last year and still haven't read it yet, but definitely really want to. And then we have some books carry over from January, and that is The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, another Brandon Sanderson book, the 3rd and final book in the Mistborn era, volume 1. Cannot wait to see how this one ends, and I'm very excited and want to tackle both Brandon Sanderson books. Then I have a book that my friend Cindy and I are going to buddy read, and I'm very excited for this one out of all the ones we chose, and that is Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Water of the World by Benjamin Alir Sans. This is the 2nd installment of the first book, and I absolutely love the first book. This is also going for read a romance prompt for Readathon, so I love that. And next book is also a book for the TBR Tackle Challenge, and that's also read a book with a pink cover. In case I don't get to Razor Blade Tears, I have Stay With Me by Jessica Casola. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Taylor this month, and I'm very excited. It's the 2nd book in the trilogy, and I'm buying book 3 soon, so I cannot wait to read that one. Next one, I read the first book of this trilogy in January and absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars, and that is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. You guys, how the hell you told me not to read these earlier? Why didn't you tell me? I was so mad at you guys for like how much shit went down in the first book. But I love the first book. I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. And a lot of people were telling me after I finished book 1 to jump into this immediately. But I was like, oh, I don't want to like finish this series so fast. So I'm about to be reading this with my friend Jessica, Lori, Sydney, and Monique. I'll leave all the people I mentioned in this video will be linked down below for their Instagram or booktube channel. So definitely cannot wait to buddy read this one with all those lovely people. Next one, I think Sydney already finished, but we were actually physically reading this on FaceTime, and that is Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Cole. So this is a perfect book for February, so definitely want to read it in this month. Another book for Readathon is to read a book that is published in your birthday month. It doesn't matter what year it came out, as long as it came out in your birthday month. And I have The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. This one came out in June of last year, and I used to have the audiobook for this one currently, and I cannot wait to read it. Then I have for read a book with couples on the cover is Flashfire by TJ Klune, the second installment of this trilogy. Book 3 comes out sometime in August, and I'm very excited for this one because I loved book 1. Then I have to read a book with little to no romance is Wilder Girls by... Why did my sticker come off? What the heck? Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I read her second book before reading this one, and I really loved it, so I'm very curious to see what this one's all about. I did started this one last year, but couldn't get into it, so hopefully this year is a better reading year for me with this book. Then for... Oh yeah, and then for books with ghosts in it, I was told The Taking of Jake Livingston has ghost in it, which I have an e-arc of this from Penguin Teen and just never got around to reading it. And then I have Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. This is the final book on my TBR, by the way, but this is on my TBR for the Shiftathon that Sam from Thoughts Went Home is hosting, and I'm just overall excited. I don't have many owl crates on my TBR, so I definitely want to get to this one next month, and I just hear nothing but amazing things so far, so cannot wait to get to it. And I believe that is everything I want to read next month. It's already ambitious. I feel like this pile is gonna fall. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this chaotic video, please hit that like button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And until next time, be happy, be kind, be safe, stay healthy, and I'll chat with you guys down in the comments below. If you want to buddy read any of these ambitious reads with me, please let me know down below. I'm always down for a good buddy read. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day or night. Again, be kind to one another, and I love you guys so very much, and happy reading, and stay safe. Bye.